You will be in the old scheme, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And
Can I have my £1 back?
Yeah, I was wondering if you'd noticed.
Pass it down the line.
If anybody, perchance, has a picture of Charlie in 1983, he says he has a mullet. We have no evidence. Send it.
There was a kind of period of time in which photographs didn't really take place. It was around
There's
that time
photographs
for
of
me.
me then.
Yeah.
Please send it. Coming up. BBC News Channel will have the latest news from home and abroad.
Here on Breakfast, it's lasted 30 years. We'll find out what's in the stars for the future of the programme. The astrologer, breakfast veteran, of course, Russell Grant.
Yes, he'll be here a little bit later. Time now to catch the news, travel and weather where you are. See you in a minute. That's a look at the main stories this morning. Now, if you were watching 30 years ago today, this is what you would have seen.
Breakfast is 30 years old today. Although back then we were called Breakfast Time, we've been looking back this morning how times have changed since then.
Some things are familiar. We've still got a sofa.
Sofa, yes.
We've still got mugs and a clock. But for a trip down memory lane, we thought we'd like to recreate our original Breakfast Time clock between now and the end of the programme.
So
and we're
time
gonna
now.
do it.
8:37, 45, 46. You get the hang of it. There it is. It's popped up.
Oh, isn't that brilliant? That's going to stay with us for the next half an hour or so for our birthday celebration.
It's actually quite a good idea.
Should we have that clock? We won't be allowed it, will we?
Well, we'll ask the viewers, shall we? Or maybe we shouldn't. The time now, according to the clock there, is
Can you tell the time like that?
38.
Still to come on our birthday show this morning. Yes, he'll be here a little bit later. Time now to catch the news, travel and weather where you are. See you in a minute.
It is quite weird, actually.
It's cheery, isn't it?
We're all wafting back in time and Doctor Who style. Sally?
I had a bet with Charlie that EastEnders was older than us, but EastEnders is in fact younger. By a couple of years.
Do you know what? That clock is really scary. That reminds me of having to get ready for school.
Does it?
It reminds me of like rushing to get ready for school.
Thanks, Carol. See you later. Thank you very much. And as you say, good advice. Do keep watching the forecast as well.
Thanks, Carol. We're celebrating 30 years of breakfast this morning. We couldn't do that without speaking to the man behind the horoscopes.
Yes, Russell Grant will be speaking to Graham Satchell in a moment. And, of course, Bill and Susanna, they're just over there. They're going to be here as well. Here's a last look at what's happening where you are. See you in a minute.
Very odd.
Welcome back.
Oh,
morning.
Give me a shock there, sneaking in like that.
What are you doing here?
Reading stuff.
It does feel weird, doesn't it? We've been joined by some familiar faces as we celebrate 30 years of breakfast. Morning, Bo.
Morning.
Bill, it says here you've been on the programme longest.
Yes, Carol's been probably working on the programme a bit longer. I joined as a reporter 25 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and then I went away and then I came back. My first show on the sofa was in 2001 in the spring. But you know who's been here longest is Bernie Wingfield, who's in the gallery, who's been on started day one on Breakfast. 30 years he's worked on this programme. So we salute you, Bernie.
We salute you.
Congratulations,
That's
Bernie.
remarkable.
Well, none of us were here, apart from Bernie, for that very first day of Breakfast Time. But Tim Muffet has been looking through the archives and went back to the day that changed TV history.
It's 6:30, Monday, January the 17th, 1983. You're watching
News, sofas and sweaters. British television viewers had never seen anything like it.
There are cynics, that some people hold the view that television in the morning is sort of decadent and sinful.
Oh, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
The atmosphere just before we went on air was so tense.
And I'd certainly never done. Very few people had done 2.5, 3 hours of television, largely unscripted. Also, anything could happen, mixing news and current affairs, quite heavy stuff, with really quite light and fluffy stuff.
As Nick Ross was telling you, letters and telegrams have been pouring into our offices here, wishing us luck with breakfast time.
Not just letters and telegrams, but video messages from breakfast shows the world over.
Hello, heartiest congratulations to BBC Breakfast Time from Hong Kong TVB's Good Morning Hong Kong show.
We wish you the very best and hope to see you go from strength to strength.
Upstairs. Oh my giddy
Nobody was expecting much from us, which I think gave us the freedom to break the rules.
Breakfast Time was a hit. There was aerobics with the Green Goddess,
It's the bust and the chest all this week.
astrology with Russell Grant,
So Harry's born under the sign of Virgo.
plus pioneering viewer interaction.
Hello, David. Morning. Ah, you're there. Has it started raining yet with you?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's a bit of a blow.
But during the 80s, the tone changed. New desks, new presenters,
Good morning, it's 7 o'clock on Tuesday.
and a new, newsier edge.
But don't you have any respect for the fact he's clearly managing the economy?
And in 1989, a new name.
You're watching the first edition of the BBC Breakfast News.
The BBC had one of its periodic phases when it decided that it wanted a new image. It became Breakfast News with me and Jill Dando and Sally Magnuson and Kirsty Walk. And of course it was a time of great international change. The Berlin Wall had come down.
Hello and welcome to Breakfast from BBC News with Sophie Rayworth and Jeremy Bowen.
In 2000, Breakfast News became Breakfast.
There we go. Good luck.
And in January 2001, a familiar breakfast face made her debut.
Jordan and Sian Williams.
Breakfast is like no other programme, because 1 minute I'd be interviewing a Prime Minister and holding them to account.
Let's talk about
how we pay it back
Well, we've
and the
announced how we're
spending
doing.
cuts, because you said you're going to have spending cuts. And
Not
so
on
far,
frontline service.
and then the next day, you'd be talking to Harrison Ford. It'd be your co-presenter suddenly.
We'll take a look at the news, travel and weather, where you are.
In April last year, Breakfast moved to its new home.
We're glad you've joined us for our first morning from our new studio here in Salford.
And a concept once dismissed as decadent and sinful continues to thrive. Happy birthday, Breakfast Telly.
Back tomorrow at 6. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How's this going to work first? Who's going to speak first?
I think it's got your name on it.
Me? OK.
Follow the script for once, Charlie.
All right. Some famous
You don't miss
faces
it,
have
do you?
sat on the various sofas over the years.
Yes, the faces and the hairstyles have changed a bit, but there's a lot about the feel of the show which we think is probably similar.
Yes, we don't do horoscopes or a daily fitness session anymore, although perhaps we should.
Well, except on special occasions, like today, because Breakfast Graham Satchell is in a place we featured on our very first show.
Morning.
Absolutely fabulous.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
Thanks for coming back to
That was
see us.
terrific. Oh, come on, we should have him back every day after.
What time, though? Breakfast Time was the first daily TV show to have as well its own resident fitness expert.
Look what we've got for our breakfast TV programme, and to celebrate, instead of exercising, we've got a bit of cake. Oh, yes.
That is a magnificent cake. Sal, you're going to slice it open?
No, not me. No, too
Someone's
much
got to.
responsibility.
Okay, ready? To go from the bottom.
Make
to
a wish.
everybody who watches. And thank you for watching, all of you.
Cheers. Can we get a close-up on our likenesses on the top? It looked like something from Trumpton, these whoever they are.
It looks awfully like you, Charlie.
What?
Can you see that?
I can't see it.
Yeah, that's the best news of the day. It is a chocolate
No, you see,
cake.
that's Charlie and Louise.
me
and Suzanne.
Can we buy your heads off them later?
I was
Like
trying
Wendy
it
Miller
earlier.
and Friends.
Here we go. Here, piece of cake, just a small one.
Thank you very
please,
much to
Charlie.
Linda, who made the cake, and thank you very much to all of you for watching, and happy birthday to the programme. Happy birthday, everybody. It is a privilege to present and work on.
Absolutely. Have a great
Get
day.
back tomorrow at 6,
Yep.
as ever.
We'll all see you soon. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Go on, have a piece of cake. Go on, have a piece of cake.